Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the UKL Summer Series. We're back here with Division 2 supporting Eversio. This time we'll be playing against Emrys Esports. For long-time viewers of this series, we all know Emrys has been a challenge to face time and time again. But this new Eversio lineup, something's cooking. Last time we saw complete win, 2-0 Eversio. Or am I? I'm pretty sure we won both of them. And now today against Emrys here. New lineup, we got Grantless in the top lane. Jar in the jungle. We have Drakur in the mid lane. And we have AD Carry, Hido, support, Iconic. So today here Emrys is banning Zeri, Jinx and the Syndra. Targeted bans here mostly for Hido, Jinx and the Zyra, the Zeri. Zeri being such a strong champion, able to kite, deal damage in AoE, shred tanks, shred squishies. She's pretty much got a lot of tools at her disposal. See, Eversio locking in the Lulu. What's it gonna be paired with? Is it gonna be the Tristana perhaps? She did receive a buff, quite strong at the moment. Yunara also fits the bill. Alright, we'll be seeing that later. Rice locked in for Drakur, his comfort pick here. Emrys similarly in their first pick on blue side. Locking in the Scion. It's quite a safe top lane pick. So we can see here, it doesn't really have that many bad matchups at all. And this is why Emrys go for it. Let's see what they respond with to the Ryze mid lane. Mel is available here. Ari is available. Oriana is available. To some extent, Veigar, I think, is also a great choice here. Let's see. We lock in the Nautilus against the Lulu. If that Nautilus Q does not connect, definitely a Lulu favored matchup here. Gonna take a lot of punishment from the Lulu range. Let's see here. Locking in the Senna. Emrys were more considering their bot lane matchup. I think it's a bit of a misplay here in their drafting capability. I don't think Eversio will be taking Senna here, so there's no rush for it unless they assume Senna will be banned. We can see Eversio really focused on the support and jungle angles here, banning out the Seraphine, the Bard, and the Zyra. So I don't know. There's the Sivir, as expected here. When Lulu comes out, you're kind of really thinking of a specific niche of champions, right? You're thinking about the Kog'Maw, you're thinking about the Sivir, the Yunaras, Tristana, Twitch, perhaps even. But yeah, in this case, Lulu, Sivir, go hard. Put the Trundle in the bag, Limfau. Oi, oi, oi. Put the Trundle in the bag. I'm not sure I understand what that means. You want a Trundle jungle? Is that what you're saying? Let's see. Something else to note here, Emrys going in the Scion, locking in Scion. Grantless has been playing Scion quite often in these matches. So it does lead me to believe that perhaps they take it away from Grantless. Still has a lot of options to play around in that top lane. His Cassante is pretty good. His Camille is really good. His Ambessa is really good. He can play Ornn as well. He can play, you know, the standard stuff. So let's see what Eversio are thinking about here. And there's Trundle now banned, Xin banned as well. Nocturne is still available. Okay, locking in the Jarvan for Jar. We got the Jarvan Lulu, Rice, Sivir kind of in the mid-range. Only problem I have is that Emrys have the Senna locked in as quite a long-range champion, right? And the Eversio are quite mid-range at the moment. Emrys are low-key trolling. Okay, but unless this Belvet is Giga 1v9, like starting from level 1, I really doubt that this champion is competitively viable. Belvet here. Maybe it's an angle where Belvet Nautilus just roam around the map getting kills everywhere. completely snowballing this game out of control. It would be a shame to see Eversio fall to such an event. Alright, in an individual sense, Belvet into Jarvan, sure thing. Belvet outdamages Jarvan, dodges the EQ, farms better, scales better as well, has a better early game too. But I mean, you got to look at it as an overall view as well. And the Rumble. Is it Sion Senna bot lane, Rumble top lane, perhaps? Well, I'm confused. So we'll check it out later, okay? Let's see where it's going. Interesting here. We get the Galio for top lane here for Gruntless. So Galio can play into the Rumble, can play into the Sion matchup. Very interesting. Curious to see how this one gets played out. Seeing Gruntless this time on Galio instead of the Sion. He's had some great playmaking potential with his Sion pick, right? With the ult. So I'm looking forward to see how it goes with the Galio. Belvet is the one thing that I'm kind of like staring at the moment here. If I was in Emrys' position, I think you know, so you kind of want something at range. Zyra's banned out, right? So let's see what jungle options are there. I think Skarner would have been a great choice here, kind of providing a bit more frontline alongside the Sion, and it does go well with the Rumble, right? If they were thinking of Rumble, I think Sion would have been fine. Nocturne is a great pick as well. Eversio kind of want to huddle up and fight in a certain zone, right? Like in the Jarvan Galio area, let's say, and Ryze Silver are quite short range. Nocturne turns off the lights, making it a bit harder to fight for them. I think Shyvana would have been a great choice as well. You do suffer a bit from the early game. Jarvan, you know, kind of has better ganks than you, but in coordinated play, maybe they can ping back where Jarvan is, and then you know, kind of just counter gank from there. But I understand Shyvana could be better in the mid to late game fights as well. I don't know. Maybe it's just a comfort pick, Belvet, and I really do hope we see like, I mean, he is a Grandmaster jungler here. I'm just checking out his account, and he's a Belvet Zyra Kindred player. Okay, definitely a comfort pick for him. But yeah, it's just the nature of the champion. Very snowballing jungler for sure. But we see here he's absolutely stomping at 1.8k LP. So yeah, put some respect to his name. 1.6k player here. So definitely, I'm sure we'll see something special here out of his Belvet. Let's be honest here, Jar has still some time to adapt to his new position. He's a good jungler overall, but he's not a grandmaster player. But in this case, you know, it does make some differences here. We can be sure that this Belvet faced a lot better Jarvans than Jar has faced Belvets of a grandmaster level, right? So that's for sure. But not all hope is lost. Something Emrys don't have is a challenger player, which is what he does for. So yeah, he's the local goat here in Malta, playing on Sivir today. His signature is Zeri Jinx band. Sadly, we don't get to see him on it, but pretty sure he can deliver on the Sivir. Now, in the entire history of the local multi scene, over at least the past 15 years, we've only ever known of a singular other player that has ever reached Challenger, and he wasn't even living here, he was just born here. So he the kind of a one of one, or at least definitely the other one was in top lane, while he does in the AD carry. And some would say today's Challenger maybe costs a bit more than let's say a Season 3 or a Season 4 Challenger, right? So Hido, we're really proud of you. And everyone's here supporting you and the rest of Eversio here all together. Pretty sure he's a very nice player to play with. The lobby is getting made, guys. We still have some delays, you know, so I'm taking my time here talking. If you have anything to say in chat, please, let's talk about it. The Elite Riven. Wow, Rafea knows. Yes, indeed. Indeed. He used to be my top laner way back when, if we want to talk about it. It's a long time ago. But yep. Mr. Mark himself. So, who was it? He used to play more than just Rivinta, he plays Darius as well, don't worry. But yep. Anyway, let's get on talking a bit about these matchups. The lobby, you know, we still have 3 minutes, so let's take our sweet time. The only issue I have here is I'm not sure who's going where at the moment, and I kind of don't want to talk off for some minutes for nothing. I think it's so weird. It's probably like Sion mid, right? Or you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna talk like about what's obvious, right? I'm gonna talk about Belvet again. Oh my gosh. Maybe win and guilds, like how the teams want to win. Because you know, it's like, what's the point of talking if it's it could be Nautilus mid, it could be Sion mid. Or how about this? What do you guys think in the chat? What do you think Emrys are playing here? Like their own roles. Let's go at a 50 years Shaolin Max Deluxe. Holy. So, you think it's Sion mid? If it would be Sion mid, it would be... Okay, there's the roles there, right? Okay, let's hope the roles are accurate, because yeah, it will make things confusing here. So, Sion goes mid. Okay, let's start with top lane here. Rumble versus the Galio. As you can imagine, Galio is kind of happy in this matchup, right? He builds a lot of magic resist. But the key word in that sentence that I just said, he builds a lot of magic resist. So he needs to farm up to get to that point first, right? And before that angle, Rumble, passive, whenever overheating, he's going to be dealing a lot of max health damage on those autos. And Galio is indeed a melee fighter, right? And let's not forget that Rumble E also reduces percent magic resist, which Galio kind of will have some trouble for. So let's see how that one goes. I'm a bit unsure maybe who wins this outright. I mean, by all means, if the champion that is designed as the anti-magic champion Galio finds a hard time against the full magic damage Rumble, I don't know, I kind of have trouble with it thematically wise, right? So I would hope it's a Galio angle. But if we're talking player-wise, for sure, Gruntless, he's the GOAT. He got this, no questions asked. So, let's see how that one goes. Meanwhile, moving on, in the jungle position, Jarvan versus the Belvet. Clear speeds are similar, although Belvet is slightly perhaps faster, especially as time goes by, especially with the items built. This could be a bruiser Jarvan, but it could also be full assassin trying to one-shot the Senna or one-shot the Rumble before the fight starts. It's also maybe a good option. He needs to watch out for the Zonya's Hourglass for the Rumble. But yeah, in general though, in terms of matching each other, Belvet for sure wins all the fights. Especially, we're considering that Belvet has tools to deny the Jarvan EQ, right? You can, you know, block the knock-up or just dash through it. And once Jarvan commits, Belvet turns on her E, dealing a lot of damage and also sustaining herself a bit. So it's a bit tricky for the Jarvan. But what Jarvan does have is excellent CC and maybe a bit easier to land than Belvet's, you know, like W knock-up. But very similar champions. Belvet is an early game champion by all rights. Just built with a late game kit, which kind of doesn't make sense. But this is what the champion has to offer, right? So we're expecting a lot of early game aggression from this Belvet. From the mid lane, so we have what? Sion versus the Ryze. I think that's an excellent lane for Ryze. Ryze just wants to keep it relaxed. get his items, and then kind of like start just absolutely shredding the Scion. I don't think it's going to be the easiest thing to take down the Scion, of course. Scion, very tanky champion, builds into those like high health, magic resist items, you know, as well. Especially going up against the Galio as well. But if everyone's building magic resist, they better watch out for the severe damage here. As moving on to the bot lane, Sivir Lulu versus the Senna Nautilus. It really just depends. Does Nautilus land the Q? If they do, Emrys can get a nice easy trade level 1-2 and sort of set the pace for the early game of that lane. If the Q dodges though, it's absolutely pound for Eversio. So let's see how this laning phase goes. Alright. Eversio can certainly punish if that Nautilus hook does not land. Let's see. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. What do you think, guys? Should we make the sound a bit more? Yeah, I think it's befitting. Alright. So early laning phase. Wait, am I missing something? No, yeah. Okay, never mind. Early laning phase, you can't really expect much. I see that Hido and Dakonic here shove in Emrys' bot side. Just getting the early lane advantage, not giving Nautilus any angles to land his hook ability. That's kind of the name of the game at the moment. And man, that Rumble E is just shredding so much magic resist. And Gruntless falls low. He even flashes, but the ignite ticks away. And that's gonna be the first kill here collected by Counter in the top lane on the Rumble. Not a great start here for the matchup. I had a feeling it's gonna go a bit like that, but maybe with items things change. So despite the way it starts here in the top lane, Gruntless is actually ahead in CS at the moment, which is quite fascinating. We see an early invade here by the Belvet here, Ashoka in the top side. He's got double longsword on Jar. Jar could be in some trouble here, as his raptors have spawned and he will be crossing up all his way to Krugs. But Ashoka here making the option to move down, showing himself on the map, and Jar does make himself aware that this Belvet is in his jungle. He dodges the fight. I feel like a bit more patience here out of Ashoka. Or I hope I'm saying that right. Ahsoka. Yeah, whatever. But out of the velvet, a bit more patience could have led to a kill there. So perhaps a missed opportunity out of Emrys. Both sides kind of scaling here. Eversio played Drakes and team fights and GG. Okay. I mean, Emrys' team fight is pretty good. You have the tanky front line of Scion Nautilus, and then you kind of have Belvet weaving in and out. In all that chaos, Senna's just getting stacks, right? And Rumble drops the ult. It's not that bad. I would say both sides kind of drafted kind of skirmish comps with some team fight utility mixed in. Thanks to, for example, Jarvan here. And maybe like, let's say, the Rumble. Let's see here, Drakur identifying. It's just gonna be a far matchup here. Gets the Cull. And Jar forced to flash out of his jungle. I think it's a clever decision. Seeing the support coming in with the Belvet. Definitely a worthwhile flash to use. Especially if we can pick up a dragon actually. Off the top of that invade. So Emrys take the Raptor camp, but they will lose dragon for it. I'd say that's a trade we're willing to take. And the dragon is taken. Oh my god, the Belvet flashes for it. Trying to flip the dragon. Okay, Jar might be going down here. But it's fine, it's fine. His bot side camps have not been spawned. And he can spawn in and take his top side camps. He loses nothing for this. It's not that bad. The only main issue I have with it is that Senna picks up the kill. But other than that, we're all good, we're all good. This Ocean Drake might help Grantless out a bit. But it's looking really rough here in the top side. That's the second... Excuse me, that's the second kill this Rumble has pulled up. So it's not looking all that great in the top side. Come on, Grantless, you got this. Alright, so it begins. We're currently sitting at 85 CS for the Sivir here for Hido, to 64 for Ali. It's approximately 20 CS difference here. Now it comes at the cost of this Nautilus roaming so much with the Belvet. And Iconic and Hido making short work of this bot lane here, abusing all their range they can. The game has quieted down a bit here. However, overall the goal lead is clear here. 2k gold up for Emrys. Now it's mostly due to the kills here, but and the grubs definitely hurt. We're starting to see a CS gap here in the top lane as well. Almost 30 CS difference. But of course, we'd rather see Gruntless alive and under CS than equal CS and down. We call that the bow strategy. But yeah, becoming close to impossible to play here. Gruntless needs to crash this wave to try and maybe get a chance. But I think his best option is just hang out in the bushes, sit for XP. Try and get a sneaky Q off. Perhaps in the heat of the moment here. Spirit Visage first on the Scion looks a bit unplayable, not gonna lie. So yeah, we get a tower dive option here onto Gruntless. And he's usually very able to walk away from these. He's a bit too behind at the moment, but he almost picks up a double kill in fact. Sadly now with the grubs taken as well, this tower could go down rather quickly. Oh! That rumble almost gave us a kill there. But no worries. We have severe scaling, we have the rise scaling. It'll be fine. Hido already finished his Skull and his Yuntals. That's gonna be a very strong Sivir to deal with. Let's see here. We're on the second dragon. Emrys have started it. Not sure if Eversio are in a position to contest it here. The Senna has not built her first item yet. So we are theoretically strong in the bot lane. We have Jar hovering the bot side here. Perhaps thinking Bel'Veth would gank this. But Bel'Veth is going to clear her top side. But Jar could have the gank angle here in the bot lane. And we do pan to it here. We go for the EQ. We might find the Nautilus. Flash is available. It does get used. And Eversio use a lot of time. And the Jarvan ult here. But won't be losing anything. Krugs are available, which unfortunately might get taken here. I mean, we do see pings coming out. With Krugs are being taken at the moment. Well, nice gank opportunity here perhaps, but Jar is simply helping thin out the wave while his camps are spawning. He does not want Gruntless to get dove again. Full Liandry is built now by the Rumble. We get an all-in here by Hido and Iconic. We get the kill. That's a Flasher's Nautilus, and the tower would also be going down here quite soon. It's a 30 CS lead there in the bot lane and a whole turret. It's a very strong Sivir. 7k gold, currently the highest gold amount in the whole game. Literally saving Eversio's gold here, keeping them at 1k distance. But now Eversio have all their eggs into one basket. If Hido goes down, they pretty much have nothing, and it seems like Iconic might be the sacrificial pawn here for this play. Hido's trying to deal damage. But Jar is here. And Hido steps up. We might be getting another kill here thanks to Jar's appearance. Gruntless is also here. Completely giving up the top lane turret. As it's falling as it is. Sadly, no real play to play for after that kill except for saving the carry, but Let's see, now that the role quest is complete, we send the Sivir to the top side. Alright guys, let's see here. Next objective is that Rift Herald. It's a 2-item Sivir here at the 15th minute. 180 CS, 15 minutes in. And that's why this guy is a legend. Oh no, our legend might get taken down. He uses the spell shield to block the Nautilus hook. But he has taken a fair chunk of damage. Let's see. Jar goes in, drops the Jarvan ultimate. Here comes the Galio knockup. And the Sivir is dealing damage. The Sion gets 3 in the knockup. Forces the flash from Hido. And 2 members down here from Eversio. Iconic and Jar fall. In the meanwhile though, Velvet here, Ahsoka was taking the Rift Herald as well to make matters worse. I don't know if that was a bad fighting choice or if maybe better spacing or ability usage there could have saved Eversio. But sadly the case is where Emrys did take 2 quick kills, a tower and a Rift Herald. With pretty much no contest here from Eversio. Let's see, with all the current with all the current sort of fights going Emrys' way, they do take this 3rd dragon of the game. They are sitting on 2. Eversio still have 1. So this game at least gets delayed in terms of getting that dragon soul. It does give some more space for Eversio to scale up. Let's see, Drakur looks to be in some trouble. The ghost is popped. He flashes the knockup. It's a good flash usage. Emrys will still be taking this bot side tier tires though. But similarly in the top lane here, Hido and Iconic facing off against Otis, I guess. Let's see here, Drakur trying his best to thin out the wave. That's a lot of Bel'Veth minions attacking on this turret. And Grantless is here to help. So Emrys almost take out the tier 2, but they take a lot of plates and the tier 1 turret. In exchange though, Hido and Iconic take their own plates there in the tier 2 top lane. This Sivir is getting stronger by the seconds here. Infinity Edge is the next best item for this Sivir to be dealing a ton of damage, as some would put it. If you think he does everything now, wait till he gets it. He's only a couple of gold away there, so you can see all three components lined up. I'm pretty sure Eversio just want to chill here, not really do anything unless Emrys starts something, and just play for the item spikes and the Baron. There's this Iron Ult popped onto Drakor. He doesn't have flash, he does not have ghost, and that's the strength of the Belvet sometimes. Very sticky champion, can come out of the fog of war with 2 quick dashes on you, and if you don't have flash, you should not be pushing that far up. Let's see. This next Baron play, guys, can pretty much decide the whole match. Now we are down 4k gold here on the side of Eversio, and we'll need to play these fights out carefully. The good news is Hido is exceptionally strong at the moment, so if we can play around him, these fights could go our way. It's not a guarantee, but we still need to play them out well, and hopefully we can find the angle to do so. Let's see, Eversio are fishing for it. They know Hido's very strong right now, so they don't want to give up this angle where they have the advantage. Are literally just fishing for it, both sides. And there's the dragon spawning. Emrys are instantly on it. Eversio will be late here if they want to go for a jar. It's in a bit of a uncomfortable position here. He will just go down in the blink of an eye. Eversio take out, well, almost take out the mid lane turret. Sadly, that is Dragon's sole point here for Emrys. And Baron is available, while Eversio have no jungler. Oh no, we get the engage here. Otis goes in. Jar's EQing out. Grantless jumps on top of Jar there, trying to create space, but Hido goes down. And that's pretty much the entirety of Eversio's team here. It's looking like a clean ace. Drakor was in the bot side. He is recalling, but of course this will be a Baron angle for Emrys. And it's looking like it's gonna be our first loss, guys, in this event. But stay tuned, we do have 2 games today. Hopefully Eversio can pull out some miracle, they are known for it. But it's looking ever grim at the moment. Let's see, it ain't over until the lady sings. So, Baron is taken by Emrys. Let's see if they can use it to finish off the match. Or if Eversio pick up some shutdowns. 700 gold on that rumble. Would be nice to take him out and get back into the game. Let's see, it's not looking good there. The rumble, oh my gosh. You really don't want to see that one. A quick rumble out there finishes his heat off. Literally walking back to safety. He gets taken out. Yeah, it's looking like this could be the end of the match. We tried our best, we had our moments. Some bad decisions. In the end, this is the end result. I think it's safe to say maybe ban out a bit more of the comfort champions. But Zyra, Belvet and Kindred are all quite tough matchups. Now in theory, Jar could play Kindred himself. Are Eversio confident in the double AD carry? I don't know, let's see. Only time will tell. Game's not over though, but we are down 11k gold currently. Let's see here. Pelleting away on the last towers. Keeping Eversio afloat currently. Look at those Belvet minions there spawning in. Severe Altis popped. Oh, a bad engage here by the Nautilus. He's the first to fall. Classic Eversio fashion here. Lose the early game. Can we win the late game? But Emrys did their homework. They know Eversio are known for this. And they back off after the support goes down. After all, Dragon Soul is available should they choose to take it. Oh, we find an angle here. Drakur and Jar falling to the trap set up by Ashoka and Otis. Using that blast plant there to get the positioning in the mid lane. Let's see here, the Rumble is used. There's the Belvet damage on the tower, that's one tower down. Oh no, Hido drops. Gruntless manages to find Ashoka here. Connor gets the shutdown, but there's an open Nexus. Ali and Otis pelleting away on the Nexus here. The problem is Sion does still have his passive. If you take out the Sion, I mean, yeah, Senna's down, but good luck with the Sion here. And that's gonna be the GG. But no chance, no chance. Sion passive, guys, he respawns. Wait. Oh my god, no, okay. Yeah, never mind. We tried. don't give up yet, guys. We have game 2 to follow, so stay tuned. We'll be setting up the lobby. And let's see if maybe we can bring it back for game 2. Alright guys. Oh, wrong link. There we go. So, draft game 2 has started. This time Eversio will be, well, were we on blue side the last time? Let me see. No, exactly. We were on red side, so yeah, this time we're starting off on the blue side. Maybe getting the first picks ourselves. Sion is banned, in fact, from the side of Emrys. Not wanting Eversio to take the Sion pick. Let's see, Syndra ban as well for the mid lane. This time, guys, we'll be having Ventus being the AD carry for Eversio. Have some big shoes to fill in, but definitely a quality AD carry we can offer. Let's see here. Bans from Eversio relatively similar, but this time banning out the Victor. And we do get a Casio ban here from Emrys. So let's see here. Bard first pick for Eversio. Iconic's Bard. We've seen some nice ults, some good roaming capabilities out of Iconic. Let's see what we pair it with here against Emrys. What will we go for? They could honestly run it back with the Senna. I think it's a pretty good champion overall. Let's see here. Well, we get the Ezreal. Kind of a similar story. Can lane 1v2 as well. So if Emrys pick up a roaming support here, can definitely work out for them. In fact, there they go. They lock in the Nautilus again. So yeah, Nautilus gonna be that pick support, gonna be roaming around, but Bard should be faster than him and better in lane right. Can poke out the Nautilus, deny the engage as well. The Bard ultimate, Bard Q. Let's see, what do Eversio go for? They're thinking about Sivir again. This time against the Ezreal. Although I would have maybe liked the Misfortune here. Or maybe even the buffed Tristana. Let's see what Eversio go for in the next pick. Should be jungle pick here or priority mid laner. So yeah, Ryze is available again. Orianna gets locked in here by Eversio. Alright. So we're gonna see Drakur's Orianna. Not a champion he's well known for, but it's a champion he has performed well in the past on. Let's see, Emrys are thinking about their Orianna counter pick here. I'm thinking about Ahri, Sylas, Akali maybe. Alright, so let's go for the Akali. If Orianna doesn't have flash, it's gonna be a bit of trouble, but thanks to some spacing, Drakur can definitely play out this lane. Let's see, next two bans here will be the Nocturne from Emrys. Let's see what Eversio are thinking about here. Top lane picks, jungle picks are available on both sides. Let's see. I think there's a lot of value in Cassante and Rumble at the moment, since, you know, they're kind of pretty good into most matchups. So I'm curious if any side do end up banning them. There's the Jarvan ban. But with Jarvan ban here, we're kind of limiting the champions that fit well with Orianna. Nocturne's already taken out. I can already think of another champion that Eversio might want to play. I don't want to say it just now, until the time comes when it's their turn to pick. It was not Naafiri, but Naafiri is a good champion that pairs with Orianna, right? Pretty much guaranteed ball delivery. Let's see here. Last ban. Critical last ban. Emrys will be picking first here, either a jungler or a top laner. What would you ban here? Seriously don't know. I think the Belvet is another good ban choice. They go for the Rumble. And the Rumble was a bit of trouble for Sivir in the last match, to be honest, so... Nice ban, but Belvet is available. Kindred is available as well. Let's see. A strong mid-lane champion like Akali. Kindred really does pair well with it, so we could get that. See the Ambessa Haver here. If it gets locked in, this could be jungle or top. Nice little bit of mind games here from Emrys. And what do we pick next? So I was thinking of Wukong. We know Jar really likes to play the Wukong. Wukong Orianna, strong combination. But let's see, what do we pick here? So there's the Cassante we were talking about before. A strong laner, pretty good matchups, and Gruntless really knows how to pilot this champion. Let's see what the last pick jungle here is gonna be. It's gonna be the Wukong. As expected, but it's a very strong overall team fight comp. So Zakana thinks it's Ambessa jungle. Let's find out here. Last pick Emrys against Cassante top lane. Do they go for something like the Gwen? Or do they just tank with... Oops, sorry. Tank with tank. I think Malphite could be a decent pick here, but Ambessa top, Evelyn jungle. Alright, locked in. So there we go. So those are the picks for the moment. Lobby is being made, so just gonna have a sip of water and let's talk about these matchups here. Guys, who do you think won the draft? At least, not from what we saw in game 1, but just draft. What do you think? Alright, so sorry, I'm just staring at the lobby here. We had some trouble, but we're gonna be setting it up now. Sorry guys, I'm just following what's going on in the lobby. We still have a lot of time to talk about these matchups, so let's get on into it soon. Alright, lobby starting. So, starting off in top lane will be Cassante versus the Ambessa. Now, typically it's quite Cassante favored until Ambessa gets like level 6 or her level 11. Each rank in her ultimate gives her increased armor penetration by percentage. And of course Ambessa could go Black Cleaver. If you didn't know, Cassante's damage is mostly coming from his resistances. So with Black Cleaver, it's gonna be a lot of less damage that Cassante will be dealing here. But yeah, prior to getting those items, to getting to that level, to getting even the Omnivamp from her ultimate, Cassante for sure wins it just by sheer force of will, ability cooldowns, slows. If this Ambessa ever oversteps, uses W a bit incorrectly, Cassante can completely walk over this Ambessa. And if the advantage is given early, Cassante can keep going with that advantage. So do watch out, as Ambessa only comes back way later in the game with like 2 to 3 items and a full level 16 to be able to maybe, just maybe match this Cassante on side lane. Jungle-wise, Wukong versus Evelyn. Both junglers kind of want to power farm to level 6, right? Evelyn, I mean, typically more of a solo queue jungler, similar to the Velvet. Kind of wants to pick people off when they're not thinking about the Evelyn potentiality. Let's just hope Eversio are more thinking about it at the moment. Evelyn definitely something you can predict. In a full-on team fight, of course, Wukong I think has the advantage. The only issue I have is that Evelyn is magic damage and Wukong sometimes does suffer against these champions. Being a frontliner, Wukong definitely will be showing first. And if the charm lands and a full combo from Evelyn goes, we might just lose Jar before the fight even starts. And then, you know, like kind of the entire Eversio team comp relies on the Wukong going in, Orianna ult follows, and then kind of Orianna, Cassante, Bard, Sivir kind of control that mid-range fight while Wukong is knocking everyone out. So yeah, Evelyn, not a bad pick. Not my preferred pick, but I see the vision here. No real pressure from the Wukong. We could also see Jar maybe trying to invade level 3 and 4. That could be a potentiality, but I highly doubt it. It's a bit different from the playstyle he usually goes for. Mid lane here, Orianna versus Akali. It's flash reliant from Orianna. If Drakor keeps his space and farms up well, Orianna scales really well into the late game team fights. Only issue is that Sivir is in this match on the side of Eversio, a very squishy target that could get targeted by the Akali and taken out. Of course, Eversio do have the Bard and Bard ultimate, but good luck hitting an Akali dashing every single direction in a scattered team fight. But of course, the potential is there, right? At least we have the Wukong knockup, which is instant. That will deny the Akali dashes, right? So there's that to look out for. After level 3, it should be Akali favored, as the short trades in terms of damage will be more in favor of Akali. If no openings are given, Akali can wait until level 6 and her full combo pretty much one-shots Drakor, especially if he doesn't have flash from an earlier gank, potentially from the Evelynn or from Akali just all-inning him. So a bit hard for Drakor, but the potential is there to scale and give the stats to his Wukong, to his K'Sante, where they get missing from the Evelynn or the Zambessa. And last but not least, here in bot lane, we got the Bard Sivir versus the Nautilus Ezreal. Thematic-wise, Nautilus Ezreal, not the best thematic. Nautilus kind of wants to go in. Ezreal wants to wait a bit before going in, kind of poke and whittle you down, then go in with full stacks and then just right-click you to death. Eversio's Sivir Bard kind of want to shove in the lane, get some short trades in, heal up with those Bard Ws, dodge the Nautilus CC, and then when he overextends, maybe get a snipe stun off with the Bard Q and deal some damage from the Sivir. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan here. Mid-game team fights, of course, Eversio's fighting is definitely very obvious, I would say. You either get a big Bard ult coming in, catching a couple of people, setting up Wukong or Yana. If not the Bard ult, similarly you get Wukong or Yana engaging, maybe Bard ult, follow up the engage just to keep people there for K'Sante to pick out a specific individual like this Akali, like this Evelynn, and one-shot them on the side while Sivir is just dealing damage to everyone, right? Meanwhile, Emrys' team comp, I think it's more relying on waves, kind of getting the early push, roaming to each other's lanes, creating small 2v2s, 3v3s, right? Or maybe small number advantages like 3v2. The champions are more into roaming, picking people off, and I think that's what they're going to play for. Not really going for those big team fights around Dragon or Baron, but more going into the jungle, getting some fights there, trying to get some tower dives, kind of winning from these small exchanges by the point of the team fights happening. All they need to do is focus down one target really quickly, and Eversio's entire comp that goes so well together starts falling apart as soon as you start taking some key pieces out of it, right? Like the Orianna or like the Wukong. So let's see how this game goes, guys. We got 5 seconds to go before we start. Good luck, Eversio. Let's see if we can catch this game too. It's gonna be a bit tough without Hido, so let's see. You scared me there, Silver. You really did, I'm not gonna lie to you. Telling me I'm muted, but luckily I am not muted. Yoo-hoo. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's the match we've all been waiting for. Eversio versus Emrys game 2. A rough start to the first match here from Eversio. We got some trouble in the top side and some trouble in mid lane. Hopefully though, we'll fix it going forward, so let's see. Minions have spawned indeed. Alright, let's see, guys. Calm and steady. We just need to farm up, get the Sivir Orianna rolling, Wukong as well. If Jar builds up Frozen Heart here, it's a really good item. Or not necessarily Frozen Heart, but you know, if he goes into like more armor, like with Death Dance, etc., it's gonna work out really well. Big burst damage from the Akali Evelynn, and the armor helping against the Zambessa Ezreal. Great spacing by Drakor. Forcing Otis to kind of decide whether to go for the trade or for the wave. Akali Orianna. A very traditional matchup. Akali can go the Doran's Shield and Second Wind. Every auto Orianna throws, Akali is getting healed up more than taking damage. And as soon as that Akali hits 6, Orianna's always under threat range. Let's see. Slowly but surely though, Drakor winning this range matchup. Oh, a nice flash stun here from Iconic. But Otis just ease over the wall there. At best here, we denied the cannon minion for a flash. Not too sure if it was completely worth it, but it is something. See an early recall here by Gruntless, getting that chain vest. Drakor already back with his Tear of the Goddess. Still down a fair bit of mana. He will be needing a bit more. Question is, do Eversio have the damage to pull off this gank? I mean, I really don't see it happening. Iconic finds the Evelynn. And Bard just lets you get away with so much. Oh, here we go. Iconic goes in. Almost lands the stun there. But these ganks are a bit half-hearted here. We don't have the Wukong ult to pull them off. We don't even have the damage if the CC lands. We have a Call on first recall and a Tear of the Goddess in the mid lane. Surely we don't have the damage. Just farm up. Play for counter ganks. And get to a point where you can do something about it. Let's see, Dragon started here by Eversio. Evelynn is seen topside. Taking the Scatter Crab. Of course, it does push Evelynn to level 6 now. And Dragon is started by Eversio. It's at 1k. Can they get it? Yes, they can. And Eversio pick up the Dragon. And now Ventus is in a tough spot here. Forced to flash. His barrier is still available. And Eversio take the Dragon. Take the recall. Oh no. Alright, luckily Bard, once again, he lets you get away with so much thanks to his CC and mobility. Jar still level 5 though. One camp away from hitting that level 6 with the big Cyclone on Wukong. Is Gruntless from the LCM? Not sure how to answer that, but I believe he didn't play in the LCM. Let's see here, Drakor lands a big ult onto Otis, but Conic coming in to help. And it seems like the Nautilus had similar ideas, a very close call though. Eversio almost straight kills, Otis walks away with less than a health bar. But also with the first blood. This is Gruntless from the League of Malta. There's a podcast episode with him as well. Used to play with Agony. He's had some games with Eversio. Currently playing in the top lane position at the moment. Oh no, the potential Evelyn gank here. The charm lands. Ventus using barrier, but the damage is just immense here. It takes a full Ezreal ult and Evelyn ult, and surprisingly they almost take out Ali here. As the Ezreal here once again walking away with less than a bar of health. And that's gonna be the second kill Emrys pick up, and the second kill that Emrys walk away with just a bit of health. Eversio, you have to be mindful of the Evelyn potential. That invisibility is no joke. This Evelyn could be literally anywhere right now. What we know for sure, she's definitely not on her blue buff, because we just took that. Let's see, Jar showing on the map here. Let's see here in top side. Gruntless goes in, Iconic is here, the slows are there. The Zambessa still has flash available, but hopes not to use it despite the engage. It's only half her health. It does give space though, as Eversio do pick up the grubs. They will be losing their raptors, but Eversio are aware of it, as Ventus is crossing here into the mid lane. He might be in a bit of danger. That Evelyn is there. He has the ultimate. He gets the slow off. Dodges the shield. A nicely timed flash here from Ventus. Dodges the Evelyn ult. But sadly it is a defensive play that won't be getting us any aggression. Iconic on the sideline there just quickly falls. And it's looking a bit rough here. I'm not gonna lie. We're 11 minutes in. We're 1.5k down. It's not the worst, but definitely not in the best position we can be. CS wise, we're almost equal across the board. So there's that. It's just the kills and these platings that are really making the damage. Let's see. So some first items are complete here. We have got the Lich Bane on the Evelynn. Trinity Force for the Wukong. Eclipse for the Ambessa on the top side. AD carries are still far away. Ventus, the poor guy. He's literally just sitting on a slingshot and a Doran's blade currently. Ezreal just recalled, finishing his own Trinity Force. And support's kind of in similar spots here. Let's see. This Ambessa will start hurting Grantless a bit more. Not that much, but... Oh, Drakor pops the ult here onto the mid lane. But I don't think he has the damage. Meanwhile, Ventus is getting dove here as Iconic is in the mid lane. And Ventus is pretty much toast. And now Emrys walking into the bot side jungle. I'm not too sure if Eversio can do much here. They have a Trinity Force on the Wukong. They got the Wukong ult available. And it is popped. The CC from Nautilus, the flash forward here from Jar. It's not gonna be enough though. The Evelynn does get the ult, removing the Wukong from the picture. Let's see. So, this Rift Herald is spawning. This should be the next objective of choice. We see Eversio hovering this bot side. They're going to try and stop this push. But the wards do stop their advances. We need to have one good team fight for Eversio here to pick up some gold. Something a bit more on their sort of call, right? Not reactive. Everyone has the first item, so this would be a great time to fight. Should a fight happen. We might get an Evelynn gank here in the top side though. Let's see, Grantless is recalling. Oh, the recall is stopped, oh no. Grantless forced to flash. The charm lands and there's the ult that connects. And the Evelynn picking up yet another kill. Interesting choice here, Evelynn instantly recalling, picking up the Hextech Rocket Belt and walking straight down mid lane. That's some good fundamentals. Just made a play top side and covers the bot side. And he finds Iconic. He deals more than half his health in a single burst. That Evelynn is really hurting. Luckily no Dark Seal on this Evelynn. That's a bit of a strange one for me. Oh no, Jar gets caught starting the Rift Herald here. He's forced to use the Wukong ult to escape. Luckily he does manage. And there's two teleports used. Drakor comes in as well. Seems like Eversio want to maybe fight this. There's the Bard ult. Catches the jungler and the Herald, but sadly not really gonna do much. And it does seem like maybe Eversio have some problems with communications right now. They're a bit unsure whether they need to go in or to disengage from the fight. They're starting fights a bit, how do you say, without tempo, right? Like a bit without the setup. We're going on to the mid lane. This could be an int from Emrys. They go on into Ventus. He flashes the Evelynn ult. But Iconic gets clipped. He does get taken out. Meanwhile, in the top lane here, Gruntless and Drakur trying to take on counter, but seems like the Zambessa got the better of them. Drakur falling. So Iconic and Drakur fall, and this mid lane turret takes a deep beating. It's not looking great here. We've not won a single exchange. Let's go, boys. I don't know what's going on. It's not CS, but let's go. Thank you, Harrison. That's the spirit we need right now. We need everyone's support. Eversio need to channel that spirit bomb energy. Everyone just put your hands up and let's all shout Eversio together. Eversio! That's the best I got. Alright. Grantless trying his best to hold down the turret, but he's running away, but Zambessa has a million dashes for abilities. Oh, the last auto attack, the grasp saves him, and he does manage to walk away swiftly there. That unending despair coming in clutch. But I can't even finish the sentence, and Ventus just quickly goes down to the Evelyn damage. There goes a Bard ult as well. A nicely timed Q though stops the Akali from advancing. Oh no, Jar goes in. Pretty much for nothing, that tower was good as gone. Iconic forced to flash, there's the Ambessa ult as well. It's not looking good, bruv. Not looking good at all. Oh no, there's a nicely timed Drakur ult there, but counter is just so tanky. I mean, Eversio are trying to make a play happen, but Jesus, they can't really get anything from it. They land the Orianna ult, but the Wukong just falls. To be honest, he didn't have Cyclone there, maybe that's the issue. Oh no, let's see, Iconic nicely placed Bardal there. Does it save Jar? We use the Wukong Cyclone, we get the Evelyn Flash, and he's still alive. Forced to use the Seeker's Arm Guard there, but it's not gonna save him. Drakur picks up a nicely timed shutdown there. 1k gold into his pocket. And that's exactly what we need here. Can we find more? This Akali, this Ezreal, this Ambessa, all of them are quite hefty in terms of what gold they're gonna give you. Let's see. Baron is still up. Might be a good thing here for Eversio. Thank you, Mick, for the support. Ever win. Come on, guys. Give some support in the chat. We really need to step things up here. Nice, we get the flash from Otis. There's the Orianna ult. Oh no, the Bard ult might have screwed things over. And Otis will be allowed to walk away from that one. No way. No way he walks away from that. I would have chased him to his Nexus if I could. And it does seem like Jar has the same idea. Chemtech Drake is taken as the third dragon. Oh, Otis gets absolutely outplayed by Jar. A nice little sidestep into the EQ combo. The teleport is stopped by Grantless here as counter. Gets ulted by the Cassante. And now Grantless caught in the 1v2. Can he make it out? He's trying and he is living. Can he get the kill? No, he almost makes it out. Or almost trades 1-for-1 as well. Such a close call. In the end, he does force himself to use the flash, but a big gold swing here in the top side. Getting a big shutdown. Getting 2 turrets as well. Eversio need these kinds of moments. They've managed to reduce the gold lead from 11k to 6k now. Come back, indeed. Oh no, 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 no. Ay, ay, ay. Hello, Ventus. Meat counter. He pretty much takes 0 damage. He completely one-shots you. And, you know, you got no dashes and no flash. And every single ability he has is a dash. Welcome to 2026, buddy. Meanwhile, Baron here is gonna get taken by Emrys. And this could be a game-winning push coming soon. The entirety of Emrys recalling. So we can see here the gold values at the top, where all the gold difference is. Let's see. The slower this game can go, the more Eversio can draw it out, the better. I'm surprised Emrys are opting for sort of 1-1-3 strategy here. They find Grantless in the bot side, but Grantless using the Cassante ult there to find an escape through the Nautilus. Meanwhile on the top side, though, Otis here finds Drakur, finds Jar, and it seems like the Zakali has just enough dashes to outmaneuver Jar and Drakur. And they will not be getting that one. Meanwhile, spell shield used here by Ventus, dodging the Ambessa ult. A bit of a shame here, Drakur falling to the Akali here in the top side. Bit of a hard game currently. A bit of a dangerous spot Grantless is on here. He knows Evelyn is in the game, but he also needs to hold down this turret. He holds it for as long as he could and backs off to the next one. Meanwhile on the top side here, Otis actually goes down. Finally we find this Akali, who seems to be just dashing around everywhere and outmaneuvering us. And now maybe we can find this Ambessa. Using that ult to perfection though, gets the range and gets the dash out. Iconic flashing forward, gets the slow from the passive auto, drops the exhaust as well. And now Eversio give chase. The flash forward from Cassante here, Grantless. We want to find the Ambessa and we do get the kill. Luckily, it is taken by Ventus. Let's see here. Eversio starting to slow things down. Which is definitely a good thing. And we will take this opportunity to pick up the third dragon for us. Thank you very much. One more dragon gives Eversio the soul. Definitely a move in the right direction here. Gold lead is still a bit cooked. We are 7k behind, but you know, the presence is there. We are definitely presentful. We are still in this match. We are not pushovers. We just took dragon. Maybe if we can complete our third item, we stand a fighting chance here. But let's see. It's highly unlikely though, as Emrys have already finished their third items and are working on their fourth. So it's quite a fair bit of difference. Let's see. Things have definitely slowed down. Works out for Eversio. We see Ventus opting for a bit of a different build to what Hido was going for, and I think it's justified. He opts to go for a Lord Doms as soon as possible here, skipping the Flicker Blades? Navori Flicker Blades, right? So yeah, just he needs that armor pen as soon as possible. He realizes Emrys are definitely scaled at this point. If he doesn't pick up armor pen, he's not going to be dealing any damage at all. So yeah, let's see. We might get a team fight here. Eversio are positioned for it. Akali is in the bot side. Evelyn is farming mid. All Eversio members are here. Ventus gets singled out. The fight has started here. And Ventus dealing a lot of damage. That Nautilus is falling. There's a big Wukong out there. Hits 3. But Jar gets singled out first. He's the first to fall. Akali going in here. Gruntless falling below half. Iconic dashing out. But we do get the Akali here as Gruntless gets the last hit. Shutdown for Dracura as Nautilus falls. It's 2-for-1 at the moment. Ventus is in a bit of a tricky spot. Flashes out. Gets a bit of a better position here. No! The Ezreal dashes in. Gets onto Ventus and counter with the counter measures. Finds a flank opportunity. Gruntless goes down and Iconic and Dracur are now on the defensive. This Evelyn coming in a bit late into the fight. It did help out, but guys, I can't even finish my sentence. Counter takes out Dracur in a desperate tower dive here. His GA gets popped, but a badly placed Q from Iconic spells doom, and that's the ace. As Emrys look to close off this game. A high stakes game here. Emrys played as close to perfection as could be. Eversio need to take it back to the drawing board and try and find new ways to win these matches. Alright, what can I say? You win some, you lose some, huh? We won the first two, but we lost the second two. Maybe next week, you know, we'll have some better odds, but Until then, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been always a pleasure to stream these games. Of course, I'd like to see us winning, not on the losing end. It's a lot more hype then. So today is the 15th, and our next match will be on the 22nd Monday here. Monday 22nd, 7:30 Malta time, 6:30 England time. So see you there, guys. Don't forget, write it in your diary, make a cup of tea, and I'll see you all back then. Peace and good night.